Because the majority of Etsy sales happen through on-site search traffic, there's really only two ways to make more sales on the platform. Either one, scale horizontally by adding more products, which means you'll appear in a larger amount of search terms for different keywords since you'll have a larger number of products up that are different. And you should always be doing that anyway. Or two, fire up the Etsy ads and learn how to profitably purchase sales on the platform consistently. The way Etsy ads work are a lot like Google AdWords. By running ads to your products, they'll show up at the top of search results that are relevant. So for example, if you have a funny koala bear t-shirt and someone types koala bear into the search, or bear shirt, or something similar on Etsy, your product will show up as one of the top search results. This obviously assumes that Etsy's indexing your product correctly, which they should be if you have good titles, descriptions, and keywords. But doing this is huge for your store because you're paying a small fee to put your product in front of people that are specifically searching for it, or at least something very similar. And you'll only get charged if they're actually interested in it enough to click on your listing. You won't get charged simply for showing up in search, so it's a no-brainer to implement ads into your Etsy listing strategy. The Etsy ad strategy that's been working best for me recently is using the take my sales up a notch objective. For people just starting out, you want it to keep running ads to all your products in the beginning and then slowly optimize from there. It's important to add that you need to be patient with your ads when you're doing this. You can't turn them off and on constantly. You can't panic if you have a day that's unprofitable, and you don't want to check them every 10 minutes to make sure that they're doing okay. That's just going to waste your money and stress you out. You need to give them time to run so Etsy can test different search terms with different products. You also need to give them time to spend enough on every product. You'll notice that if you have hundreds or thousands of products, your overall ad spend on that campaign versus the revenue generated may or may not be profitable, but that your ad spend per each product in that campaign, at least in the beginning, isn't very high at all. So to pull the plug after only spending a few dollars on a product wouldn't make much sense, would it? Which is another reason that you want to be patient. As you begin to get more and more data back on what products are getting a good return on ad spend, you can then manually optimize your campaign by keeping the products that are doing well and just turn off the products that are spending without getting any sales back. This will ultimately lead to more and more profitable ads, which will turn your Etsy ad campaign into a sales machine that's only spending on products and keywords that are making you money, which is obviously the goal. Don't overcomplicate it. And there's no scientific formula to know when to turn off ad spend to a specific product, to be honest. It's more of an art than a science. But as a rule of thumb, I'd say to wait at least until your campaign has spent 3 times the product's estimated profit before doing so. Preferably 4 times if you can. Sometimes Etsy ads need time to optimize and find better keywords that work. And if you pull the plug too early, you might never realize that a product could be a potential winner for you. Remember, Etsy and all of these platforms are not just out to maliciously collect your money. They want your ads to be successful. They're trying to have their algorithm find the right keywords that work best, because when you make money, so do they. One more key thing that I'd like to add is that your goal should be to get to your max budget as fast as you can comfortably do so. This usually gets a negative emotional reaction when I tell people to do it, which is totally understandable, but hear me out. Let's say Etsy maxes your ad budget at $25 per day. Your goal should be to set it to $25 per day as fast as possible. If your budget allowance is $200 per day, your goal should be to get to that as fast as possible too. Now, all new sellers start with a max budget of $25, and then they recalculate that on a weekly basis as you consistently spend more, so it'll go up as you build trust with them and consistently spend. But the 2 main reasons that you want to set it as high as possible are, 1, it never spends that much, at least in my experience, because the only way it'll spend is when your product actually shows up in relevant searches and somebody is interested and clicks on it. And 2, you want your products to show up in as many search results as possible that are relevant, or you're missing out on potential sales and potential profit. So if you're doing it right, the more you spend and the higher your budget is, the more profitable sales you'll make. As always, this is just what works for me. I've been having a lot of success lately with Etsy ads on the platform, and I hope this transparency helps you get some too.